Here's how you can build intelligent monitoring models and automate anomaly detection for critical parameters in just 2 minutes. In this case, I'm using oil temperature data from a turbine, which is often a key indicator of equipment health. But this exact approach works for literally any industrial asset with multivariate data. So let's build this thing. The first step is getting the past operational data from the data source. So in this case, let's select the Aviva Pi system. Now here we can observe the oil temperature over the imported time span across normal operations, interruptions, and shutdowns. And since we are only interested in monitoring the oil temperature during stable operating condition, we filter steady state periods. By using Visplore's built-in function, we can now isolate periods where the temperature changed by less than 2 degrees Celsius over a 4-day window. And then we filter the data to really only keep these steady periods. And now let's build a model for oil temperature using water temperature and potentially other relevant parameters. Visplore will automatically select the relevant inputs in this case. Now we can see that the polynomial model using water temperature and additional oil level in tank as inputs was fitted. Now let's define an anomaly detection based on the expected oil temperature provided by this model. And any deviation that is bigger than 0.5 degrees Celsius and lasting at least 24 hours will be considered as an anomaly. And of course, we would like to get notified as soon as possible whenever such a deviation from the model happens in the future. So let's create an automation task which will alert actually the relevant people when this happens. Let's add images directly to this email, for example, the time series plot, the scatter plot. This way we see already in the email if we have a real alarm or a false positive. We can specify also who should be getting the alert email. And as the last step, we can schedule the detection for every 2 hours. And save the session to the server so that the server can handle the rest. And now when the alert triggers, you get an email like this one, where you see these plots that show you what has happened. Here's also a link to directly see it in Visplore. Done in 2 minutes, production ready predictive monitoring, 0 MLOps, works for any asset and sensor network.